Tony, you've spent your life helping people to break through their limits and live into their full potential. I mean, I've gotten to witness it. I'm part of that transformation. But we're heading into some really difficult times, and people feel it. The uncertainty's high. We have political divide. We have technology that's just disrupting everything at the highest level. We have tariffs. We don't know where the economy is going. How do people find certainty, strength, and confidence in times like this?
It's a great question because, I look at my own kids and, I have 5 kids and I have, as you know, 5 grandkids. So I've got a 50-year-old daughter and I've got a 4-year-old daughter. And I think about the world is changing so fast, especially with AI, right? And you read all the studies and you see people talking about 40% of all the jobs we now currently have are going to disappear in the next 5 or 10 years. There'll be new jobs created, but how do you make sure you stay on that cutting edge? How do you make sure you don't get displaced? And I think about that for my children and my grandchildren, but I also think about any business person that's going to succeed. What gives you the advantage? Well, the number one is to not be in fear. And the way you get out of fear is you develop 3 skills. And the way you not only get out of fear, but succeed. The first one gets you out of fear, and that's pattern recognition. It's the number one skill you have to have. Learning is the ability to recognize patterns. When you recognize patterns, you're not afraid anymore. It doesn't feel like it's random. Like when people say, oh my God, we've never divided like this politically ever. And then I show them, John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. I've shared that with you before. And you see the things they were saying about each other that makes Republicans and Democrats look like nice people, right? Yeah. These are founding fathers. So we tend to look at today based on what happened yesterday, not the fact that everything's a cycle. But when you see that pattern, this has happened before and I know what to do to take advantage of it. And so recognizing patterns gets rid of fear. Things aren't random. You're not at the effect. But the second skill is really pattern utilization. If you look at anybody who's great at something, they're a great investor, they're a great business person, they're a great artist, great dancer, singer. What they've made is they've recognized patterns. They know if they're a producer, like Spielberg, if I move in slowly or if I move in rapidly, if I change the music like this or that, I know exactly how to change how you feel. They have that pattern mastery. Michael Jackson could do it with the way he moved his body. Certain people do it with their voice. A great business person, investor knows the patterns of business, and that's their advantage. Because when you recognize a pattern and you use it, you have the ability to anticipate instead of react. It's like if you play a video game against a child, you always get beat, right?
Because they know the pattern.
It's not because they're younger and faster, it's because they played this game before. They know the first bad guy's here, the next one's here. You play, you're gone in 3 seconds, they go, nice job, they go for 45 minutes, you get your next turn, right? Because they played so many times. So you want to be able to recognize the patterns, what's happening in your life, in your business, in the world. You want to be able to use it. That's what makes you strong. But ultimately, when you learn, let's say, playing a piano, you learn to play other people's patterns who are really great. If you do it enough, there's a point in which you come through. Now you become a pattern creator. That's the third skill. Where now you're able to create patterns. That makes you masterful. That will make you incredibly valuable in a business or in a company or in your own life. And so what I think now the greatest generational opportunity is understanding how to use the technology that's hit us. AI right now is overwhelming most people. They love playing with ChatGPT or getting a little coaching from it, but they're missing what's available right now. And big companies understand it, but individuals are going to be replaced not by an AI, but by people who have the AI advantage, the people that know how to use AI. And companies, little companies, as you know, are having explosive growth now by understanding just a few tools that they can use. They don't have to do 50 of them. A new tool comes out every day. So that's why I wanted to put together one. I called you the other day, as you know, and I reached out to Dean and I said, Dean, we got to help people with these patterns. I've done it with finance by finding the best and showing people how to do it.
I got to jump in really quick
please
because
do.
we've been friends almost 15 years.
Yes.
And one of the first times we were together, we were on a golf course. We play a couple times a year. We were on a golf course, and you told me about Money Master the Game.
Yes.
And you didn't even start writing it yet. But I was immediately addicted to the outcome because you were mad. In 2008, you realized people were getting taken advantage of in their 401ks, their IRAs, their retirement, and they had no idea. And that's when you said, I'm going to understand the patterns of the most successful people in finance and let the world see it. And I got to witness you do that. Yeah. And as your buddy and your friend and now partner in multiple businesses, it was so amazing to watch. And then when you tore your rotator cuff and every great doctor said you need surgery now, and you found stem cells and other alternative therapy, and you were fixed. You never had the surgery. You got mad again, and you wrote Life Force, and that's been, not only another number one New York Times bestseller, but the impact that book has had. And now we own multiple companies. Like we said, we're friends. When you called me about 3 months ago from right now, even less, you said, I'm mad, not mad, but it's time. We have to do this. There's 2 things. massive overwhelm, massive confusion, and massive resistance. And Dean, if we don't help them, this is exact words, if we don't help them, they're gonna go out of business. They won't be here in 6 months or a year, they'll be gone. We have to fix that.
Yes.
Second, as you always said, with pattern recognition, let's get the best in the world from the Mark Benioffs all the way down to the Sabrina Romanoff, who's helping every single day people 10, 20 times their social media by using her simple AI strategy, right? And everybody in between. And I recognize that it just fits right into pattern recognition. The reason you're not the finance expert, though you're great with finance and money, is because you interviewed the best in the world, and the same with health. And now that's what we're doing with AI. And I have to say, just in the last 30 or 40 interviews that we've done, I went from utilizing AI in multiple our companies to watching exponential growth, 10 times growth in certain departments. I watched where people on our team were thinking AI is going to replace me, AI is going to take my creativity, and watching them use AI to take away the boring work, the repetitive work, and now their creativity is exponentially growing. They're going to get promotions, they're going to get raises, and watching small companies explode. Instead of hiring 10 new people, they found AI to do the work of 10 people. So I love the fact that we're doing this in AI because we get to solve a massive problem that's going on right now.
I agree 100%. And if you have a standard education, you have a standard life. Most people are not happy, not fulfilled, not fit, not in a passionate relationship. And same thing in business. I had no business background, but I've got 114 companies now. We do almost $10 billion, $9.5 billion in business. And it all came because I understood patterns. So this pattern of using AI is the most important. So here's what we're doing I want to make sure everybody knows. We're going to do a 3-day summit, November 6th, 7th, and 8th, 2 p.m. Eastern. People join us from all over the world. Should have about 500,000 people. All people that are either in their career who want to understand how to use AI, but a lot of people be small and medium-sized businesses who say, I know there's a million things. Help me in just 3 days, 2 hours a day. Bring me the best people. Show me exactly what to do. Don't charge me anything. Just give me the true education with things I can act on. And people will be able to leave. So if you're wanting to really master this area and you want to compress decades into a few days and you want to meet practical people, not just the superstars, we're going to bring you those too, but practical people that are really using it and show you exactly how to do it and leave after 3 days and be able to see a jump in your business or your life, then join us November 6th, 7th, 8th at 2 p.m. and just click below and we'll look forward to serving you then. I can promise you an experience. Everything we've ever done, we always over deliver and we will again.